Welcome, everyone, to the executive leadership, C-suite members, and corporate board directors joining us for this explainer. Welcome. I want to set a highly focused tone right out of the gate today. We are not going to be talking about shallow, checklist-style compliance. No, we're operating strictly in our deepest thinking mode to expose a silent boardroom catastrophe. It's a governance failure so incredibly subtle that it often goes entirely undetected, right up until it triggers a systemic operational collapse. We're talking about the critical yet frequently overlooked validation of your internal security auditors. Make no mistake, this is fundamentally a matter of corporate valuation, contract integrity, and ultimate business survival. Okay, let's dive into this, because this question sits at the very heart of enterprise risk management. What happens when your security auditor is entirely blind to the threat? Imagine, if you will, authorizing a comprehensive review of your most sensitive data environments. You're fully trusting that your corporate assets are secured. But what if you later discover that the person holding the flashlight didn't actually know what they were looking for? When your internal auditor lacks verified competency, they are functionally blind to the sophisticated threats targeting your cloud infrastructure and customer data. It creates this dangerous illusion of security. And from a fiduciary standpoint, well, that's far more dangerous than having no security at all.
You know, in corporate environments, we frequently observe a highly dangerous assumption. It's this widespread belief that deep technical expertise automatically translates into verified auditing competence. Your leading systems engineer or your top-tier IT manager might be absolutely brilliant at building networks, right? But building a system is vastly different from formally auditing an information security management system under strict international standards. Technical operational skills simply do not equate to formal ISO auditing capabilities. Without documented evidence of competence, you are relying entirely on assumed expertise, and in the realm of legal liability, assumptions are completely indefensible.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how easily organizations fall into this exact trap. We call it the silent competency gap. To save time or resources, organizations take an administrative shortcut. They just draft their existing operational staff to conduct internal security audits. The critical error happens when they fail to provide, and crucially document, actual formal ISO audit training. This simple, seemingly harmless administrative oversight creates a massive, enterprise-wide blind spot. It leaves your key cloud systems and sensitive data repositories entirely unchecked by a qualified eye. Let's move into our first core area, the executive risk cascade, and explore this multi-dimensional domino effect. Let's map out exactly how this oversight unfolds. This multi-dimensional cascade of executive fears triggers the moment that initial competency gap is exposed by an active threat. Let's walk through it step by step. Step 1, the untrained auditor executes the internal review. Step 2, because they lack formal ISO auditing frameworks, they completely miss critical cloud vulnerabilities. That blind spot sits silently until Step 3, a threat actor exploits it, resulting in a highly visible public data breach. Step 4 is where the legal architecture collapses. The breach immediately triggers severe contractual SLA violations with your enterprise clients, resulting in massive customer churn and devastating legal liabilities. Which leads us to Step 5, the inevitable board-level action, resulting in the immediate, career-ending termination of the CIO, the CISO, and the internal auditing staff.
The financial and reputational fallout of this sequence literally cannot be overstated. When an unqualified internal auditor misses a critical threat, it doesn't just result in a quiet IT fix. No way. It erupts into a public, loud breach. This causes immediate market panic, a catastrophic loss of institutional goodwill, and a rapid collapse of stock valuation and overall market cap. It transforms a preventable administrative oversight into headline news that destroys shareholder value practically overnight.
And the crisis does not stop with bad PR or a hit to the market cap. Inevitably, the regulatory shockwave hits. Once the breach is public, regulators zero right in on your governance frameworks. And when their investigation uncovers that the internal auditing failure stemmed from deploying completely unqualified, untrained staff, the organization gets hit with heavy, compounding statutory non-compliance fines. The failure to document auditor training transitions from an internal oversight into a legally actionable offense.
Ultimately, this lands squarely at the highest levels of corporate leadership. What should have been a standard exercise in board-level governance instead becomes a textbook fiduciary failure. Directors and corporate officers are legally obligated to ensure systemic operational risks are mitigated. Relying on an unverified, untrained auditor to protect the organization's most valuable digital assets is a direct violation of that fiduciary duty. And it practically guarantees that when the fallout settles, executive careers will be permanently ended.
Let's transition to Section 2, the audit trap, and see how this triggers a major non-conformance.
To fully appreciate how tightly this is governed, we need to shift our focus to the strict technical grounding of the ISO 27001 standard itself. The framework leaves absolutely no room for interpretation here. If you present an internal audit completed by unqualified staff, you will trigger an immediate failure across two highly specific areas. First, Clause 7.2c, which strictly mandates retaining documented information as evidence of competence, and second, Clause 9.2.2c, which dictates the requirements to properly select auditors to ensure objectivity and impartiality. Failing to provide a documented training registry for your auditors means you fail these clauses instantly. And failing those clauses doesn't merely result in a minor note for next year's review. It results in a major non-conformance. You have to frame this not just as a simple audit failure, but as an indicator of a systemic operational collapse. A major non-conformance officially signals to your clients, your partners, and the market that your security implementation represents an immediate threat to customer SLAs and enterprise contracts. It completely jeopardizes your entire certification status.
And this brilliantly illustrates the exact consequence. When training records are missing, external certification bodies will write this exact finding in their final report. Internal audits are conducted by personnel who have no training or formal qualifications in auditing ISO ISMS. Having this formalized in an external audit report is a devastating blow to corporate credibility and trust.
Now, let's explore Section 3, the strategic safeguard solution.
So how do executive leaders preemptively solve this without draining internal resources or trying to reinvent the wheel? We're going to introduce the solution to this boardroom crisis, a solution entirely focused on elegance, speed, and absolute executive peace of mind. The answer lies in replacing ad hoc documentation with a professionally drafted, done-for-you resource. Specifically, the one-page editable Microsoft Word Internal Auditors Training Record template. This single document acts as the essential tool for maintaining a clean, audit-ready registry of formal qualifications. It immediately centralizes your evidence of competence, ensuring that you can instantly prove to any regulator or external auditor that your internal team is formally qualified to safeguard the enterprise.
The true value of this template is its origin. It isn't just a generic spreadsheet. It was engineered by an elite committee of principal auditors and lead instructors at the ISO 27001 Institute, operating under the aegis of the ISO Training Institute. This unmatched pedigree and deep industry expertise mean the document is perfectly aligned with the incredibly stringent requirements of the ISO framework. It builds deep trust, knowing your compliance architecture is grounded in the exact methodologies used by the people who teach and enforce the standard globally. Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4, instant operational maturity.
We really need to examine the astonishing return on investment this provides regarding your team's time. The template is designed for immediate enterprise deployment. It comes pre-formatted with default placeholders like a hypothetical logo, the company name ABC Technologies Private Limited, and acronyms like ABCTPL. Taking this from a blank slate to customized enterprise readiness takes literally only a matter of minutes. You simply replace the hypothetical data with your organization's real information, and you instantly possess a mature, entirely compliant training record registry.
So the crucial point is this number right here, 15 to 20. By making this minimal administrative effort and sincerely implementing the contents of this professionally drafted document, you are instantly granting your organization a 15 to 20-year head start in ISMS operational maturity. Think about that. You bypass decades of trial, error, and failed audits simply by adopting a framework perfected by the industry's leading principal auditors.
This brings us back to the core philosophy of our explainer today. We must elevate our thinking. Security controls and the documentation that proves they exist are not merely administrative checklists to be rushed through. They are fundamental, strategic safeguards for corporate valuation, legal liability protection, and board-level governance. Maintaining a verified, documented registry of your internal auditors is exactly how you prove to the market that your defenses are real and your oversight is functioning perfectly.
I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to consider today. Are you currently risking your corporate valuation, your enterprise contracts, and ultimately your board seat on an unverified auditor? If you cannot instantly produce the documented ISO training records for the team auditing your most critical systems, you are operating with a massive blind spot. I challenge you to review your internal auditor training records immediately, before the cascade begins and before disaster strikes.